And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Makes the quick grab. That one can really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it. You've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible. Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Play action, here's Manning. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
That's where quarterbacks, you know, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
It'll be third and long. Manning from the gun on third down. Fires to the big fella. They stop him right at the 40-yard line. It's fourth down. Will they bring out the punt team?
Really nice job by the defense there. You're trying to force the quarterback to throw the football in front of you and allow your guys to square up and make a tackle out in space. You got to force the ball carrier to do something special after the catch. Not able to do it there, so really nice tactic by the defense.
They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit.
One of the things I love about this offense, Reese, is they have tons of speed. They like to try to get the ball going east-west. That time they generate a huge play going to the right side.
And the defense either not fast enough to fit or got knocked out of the fit.
Yeah, they got to do a better job containing that as this game goes on. They got to funnel the football back to the middle of the field.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, after ripping off a big-time run on his opening carry, a negative play this time around. And this is going to be key. They're going to keep giving him the ball, and they need him to have more positive plays than negative ones if they're going to win.
Lost one on that last one. It's second and 11. They'll give it to Ball. A 5-yard pickup there leaves him with third down and 5.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
Third and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? Here's a give the ball.
And a great job by the defense stringing that ball along. But when I'm the offensive player, man, I see I'm not going to get anywhere, lower my shoulder, get that extra 2 or 3 yards to always try to make the situation more manageable on the next down.
And the Gators will try to pick it up on fourth down. Now the play fake. Pocket breaking down. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
Offensively in that situation,
looking for room. It smothers. Here's a little room there. Touchdown, Longhorn! This crowd absolutely brilliant as he rolled into the end zone. They're bellowing out Texas fight right now. The horns are ready after that touchdown run.
And what a great way to start. Get the crowd jacked up. When you do something good like this early, that burnt orange is going absolutely bananas in the stands. And the rest of the game, the defense, the special team, everybody feeds off their great energy.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. They got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Jones to throw. It's complete on the right side. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And I think with Florida, man, it's all about the quarterback position. When it was rolling at its peak, right, it was Jesse Palmer and Tim Tebow. That guy was pretty good, too. But, like, finding that guy that can make the plays, I think bringing in Buster Faulkner is a big deal. They'll have a great offensive identity. But Palmer, Florida's good when they got the trigger.
Well, the good news is they didn't have to leave the U.S. border to find the next guy like they did way back in the day. But you're right. I think Buster Faulkner really is the key. I thought one of the big moves for John Summerall in the offseason was bringing in Faulkner as his offensive coordinator. One of the most difficult coordinators to defend. You ask any D coordinator in the country, and he always seems to get the best out of his quarterback. So they had a guy in DJ Lagley. They had really high hopes. Things didn't work out. He moves on to Baylor. But this is a critical spot. How quickly this new quarterback can get on the same page as his play caller, that's critical for their success.
Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
The Gators are marching down the field. Looking to throw on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, that one falls incomplete. You know this guy is a big part of their passing attack. You saw the last game out. He had multiple catches from the running back position. They're going to try to get that established in this game.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Handoff, ball running left. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's wrapped up after a solid return there.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They'll start this action with Manning. Buying some time as he moves left. He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there.
And that's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
Wide receiver going in motion. Arch is going to throw for it. Snagged in the middle. It's Lockett. Gashes the heart of the lead. A huge play there, and he has them set up and in business at the 30.
That's a nice-looking catch on that play. And I know Texas is known for DBs, and they're known for having really good running backs. Not a lot of great receivers over the years. I'll tell you what, though. This guy has really showed up in this game. He's making plays, and I know they want to continue to build a legacy at this position here in this program.
And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left, and we are ready to get back to it and open the second period. To throw, Manning. Here comes the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. Gonna run it. It's Smothers. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that's a nice third down conversion for this offense. And I tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in first downs. They'll get one and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple first downs together, get one of those long drives going.
Now from inside the red zone. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
The Longhorns trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Manning. Got it in the middle. It's Townsend. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism. He's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. The throw to the outside is complete. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
I love the aggressive nature there by the offensive play caller, too. He's not just playing it safe, get a few yards, center the ball, help our field goal kicker out. He's trying to move the sticks through the passing attack. Quarterback makes a nice throw, and now it's for...
And he's once and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Texas.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense, though, you come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Lining up the tackle and hold on to that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. Fielded in the end zone, it's Abrams. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Jaden Ball. Makes it past the marker. Maybe a crease. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
I mean, what a huge gain for this offense. You're always trying to find ways to get your playmakers in space. And when you create a hole like that, Palmer, good Lord, anybody's going to be able to run through. Then he just keeps chewing up those yards and makes the big play.
He's a difference maker, David, and he gets better as the game goes on. So that's great news at this juncture to kind of rip off a big run like that. But this is a guy that builds momentum as he goes. I'd be force-feeding this guy more as the game goes on.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Setting up the screen. Oh, he's got some space. Got enough space. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Gators.
And how about the OC slip it in the screen pass, try to mix it up, slow down that pass rush, let it come up the field a little bit, get it to your running back, let him do the rest. Nice blocking, nice play call to throw in the screen to change it up a little bit and get the big touchdown.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. At the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Manning on play action.
Turned it into a rouge, eh? I mean, this was a great chance by the defense here. I just love the fact that they are flying around and trying to dislodge the football from these ball carriers.
Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
And then last year was such an interesting year for Arch Manning. It was preseason, greatest thing since sliced bread. Start of the season, nobody likes him. Get out of here. Nobody thinks he can play. He's not any good. End of the season really started to put it together. So Palmer, he took a lot of criticism, but I love the way he stayed level-headed. And now this next season, another year of experience, I expect some great things from Arch Manning.
Yeah, there were huge expectations on this team in general. And maybe everybody a year too early on those expectations, but it's founded now. I mean, you've seen enough from Arch Manning to understand he can take this team to a national championship, and they've surrounded him with a lot of talent too. Cam Coleman, amongst a bunch of other guys coming in through the portal, weapons for him to throw to, and I cannot wait to see what Steve Sarkisian's offense looks like this year.
Arch Madness. Looking left. Complete downfield. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
Man, is it going to be fun trying to stop this passing offense at Texas. Not only do you have to deal with Arch Manning throwing the football, but you got Wingo outside with all that speed, David. You bring in Cam Coleman from Auburn with his size and speed. So who do you cover if you're on defense?
Yeah, we didn't even mention the running backs who you bring in, too, who are studs. So, like, they're studs all over the...
There's some room. Down there for the first. He's at the top. And he ran away from the defense that took it in. Touchdown, Texas. His third touchdown of the game. That's almost half of his total as he now has 7 on the year. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does a lot. He makes big plays. He can make big plays like this. Makes everybody's job easy. He actually can throw it, but it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they close the deal with a 39-yard run to the house. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. See if they can get something going here late in the half. Jones wants to throw it. Here's the pressure. They've got him. Great pressure on this defense.
And this is what the offense knows they cannot do. They can't allow sacks. In their last game, they were sacked 5 times. Obviously lost that football game. Early in this one, they're having issues again, keeping their quarterback standing up straight.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. That's reeled in. It's around. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some...
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to 2. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Jones to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting the 1st down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete, and all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
Can they catch him? Special teams proving to be special. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. He did
got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turn it on the gas. Great job, great return.
First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Behind the chains now on second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Makes the grab. It's Pryor. Breaks into the open. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. Oh, it's a fumble. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. Touchdown, Gators!
And you just heard every offensive player go, oh, for a second there. How about that? The fumble deep in the defense's territory. But how about Johnny on the spot, scooping that ball up and finishing, lowering his pads, getting in the end zone. Nice break for this offense.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. Look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Gets it out nearly to the 35-yard line. Corralled and brought down. They'll mark it at the 34. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Throwing Manning. Unloads to the wideout. Coleman's got it. Breaks a tackle and he's got room. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. And the Longhorns want to pick up the tempo. Back to pass. It's Manning. Oh, they're after him. Wide open downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. From the red zone, looking for a space. He wants it all. Touchdown! Into the end zone for 6.
Now, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead, and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
It's recovered by the kicking team, and they'll steal a possession. They'll grab the squib kick just inside the 10. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. And it slips just inside that right upright. And now the lead's extended a little further. As the Gators head to the locker room by the watchful line at Bull Gator head. Let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We get things cooking with Army taking on the Florida Atlantic Owls. And it's the Black Knights doing all they can to avoid an 0-6 start. And the grumblings have started there on campus. Maybe that quarterback just isn't the guy. Today would dispel some of that. And as we check in on these notable matchups this week, we're reminded of just how meaningful every week in college football truly is.
He's open on the right. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. The Gators, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line.
And obviously trailing in this football game now in the second half. This is
Lets it fly. Touchdown, Florida. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, we know, David, talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to get this guy involved. Weren't able to do it early, but they saw the matchup, took advantage of his speed, and it's a long touchdown.
Yeah, and sometimes it takes a minute to figure out what the defense is doing, but then now you figure it out, and now you go to your go-to guy. He has all the speed, man. He can win outside. You want to play man-to-man coverage on him? You want to leave him on an island? It's not going to turn out well.
This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They come out for the first time in this second half. The lead a little smaller than when they went to the locker room, and they'll try to answer here. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
He'll try it again. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Looking to the big tight end. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on 2nd down.
The Longhorns in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Now they'll run it to the right here. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that 1st down.
The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
And there's no greater friend to a quarterback and to a coach late in the football game when you have the lead and you can pound the rock. Offensive linemen can pave holes, like running back now runs through them, successful, move the ball, and most importantly, that clock can tick with the physical ground game late in the game. That's how you finish opponents off.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Manning tries to pick it up on 3rd down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
It's good. He's going to hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And that will extend their lead even further. Fielded in the end zone. It's Abrams. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back.
He uncorks one deep. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down.
And if this offense wants to get back in this football game, I think they're going to see a lot of this. Defense playing a little bit more zone, conservative, great eyes on the quarterback, breaking on the football, batting the ball down. They're going to force you to throw the football.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. And the Gators are in the hurry-up. Jones wants to throw it. He'll take a deep shot here. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. On 4th down, trying to find his man. They get to him as he throws. Snags it, and he's open. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
The Gators are moving quickly down the field.
This offense was just hoping for one big play. They finally got it. They're trailing big in this game, and they needed that pitch and catch to put them on the doorstep to make this a game again. Give them credit.
It's picked off, and they ruined the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Here's Manning to throw. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Every quarterback in football at every level will see ghosts. If you hit him, if you make him uncomfortable, and he knows you're coming time after time again, good things don't happen usually at the quarterback spot.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Gonna run it. It's Smothers. Could be an outie. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. And he's now over 150 yards, and burnt orange is leaving scorched earth on the ground.
It's just burning them up, man. Just keep feeding him the rock. This is a guy that you 100% know exactly what you're going to get, and you're going to get great production like great Texas running backs of old.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Here's Arch to throw. Picked it off, and this defense really needed something to go right. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that up.
Handoff for Ball. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Ball again. Picked up about 6. They're looking at 3rd and 4.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Got the big paws on it, but couldn't hang on. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
Man, an almost disaster again for this offense. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. The defense got their hands on another one. They are dialed in. They really got a good beat on this passing game.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer. Makes the grab past the marker. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Jones to throw. It's caught downfield. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this 3rd period with a big play. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Run in the red zone, it's Ball. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. The Gators moving quickly to the line. On 2nd and goal, he carries again. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
Now the 2-point conversion attempt is coming.
Booster! Q! Freeze!
He's looking to pass. Scrambling away. Makes the grab on the left. This time he'll be stopped short of the goal line. So after scoring the touchdown, he tried to tack on the 2-point conversion, but was denied. If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Caught behind the line. It's Mingo. There he goes. Inside the touchdown, Texas. And the point has started. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it. They are still scoring.
And he tacks on the extra point. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He'll be stopped, but good work there to get the ball out to the 37. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed them for the defensive holding penalty. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Jones wants to throw it. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And you've got to find a matchup. Like, what is the matchup out wide that you can go with? 4 verbs, I get it, but they're playing deep. They're understanding that they got a lead. They can play with a cushion. We just need a guy to win a one-on-one battle. Who is our guy that we can pick to make a play down the field?
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
The trend continues for this offensive line from last week. They gave up 5 sacks last week. They've given up 4 today. The most important part of your offense is protecting that quarterback. They've got to do a better job.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Man, do I love being a defensive lineman.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Looking long. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He goes down after the short return, but what a way to get the football back.
And that's a really good job by the defense. Understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
This is an area of the game on offense you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll run the screen. They don't fall for the screen. Great job retracing and stopping him at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Right on the money. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Oh, you know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face. it.